You guys have been wanting this video for a long time, guys. Right now, my name is Alfred Montaner. I'm at the Palm Beach 2021 show, and I'm gonna show you guys the brand new Valhalla with 600 horsepower Mercury outboard engines, guys. We've been lucky enough to go ahead and be able to walk right here with Justin from Valhalla, and oh, he just started them up, guys. It doesn't even sound like you turned it on.
Crazy, right?
What? That is so nuts, guys. All right, let's go ahead and jump on board here at the Valhalla Booth, guys. You can't even hear them. First of all, one of the things that I want you guys to see is it's hard for the camera to go ahead and show you guys how big it is. Straight off the presses from Lake X. I seen this boat all over my socials.
That's right, the all-new V12 600s by Mercury. We're proud to have them on hull number 2, V46 by Valhalla Boat Works. We're at the 2021 Palm Beach Boat Show and excited to have the world debut of the V46 paired with the V12 600.
First of all, I mean, this hull number 2 46 Valhalla, Justin, looks beautiful. Man, this thing looks beautiful. Now, I definitely want to get a little thorough with this video because I want people that are in the market for this type of boat to see what it can do and some of the options you guys have. You also have a 41, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, actually right here.
Oh, God.
Palm Beach.
We started with the sir. No, anything but sir. All right, guys. You guys know that you watch my channel. You know what, Justin? Those 400s look like babies compared to the brand new 600s. So I guess, do you want me to take off my shoes so we can go ahead and do this walkthrough?
Yes, please, come on board.
All right, guys, let me take off my shoes real quick. We're good. We're on the brand new Valhalla. Oh yeah. So first and foremost, you guys were lucky enough to get the 600s. Tell me a little bit about them. You guys have had limited time with them, but what have you guys found out so far running it on this 46?
Well, we're very humbled to be picked as one of the few manufacturers to be a test boat for Mercury. So we had sent hull number 2 down to Lake X in northern Florida, and Mercury outfitted the boat with the new V12 600s. We were able to put a lot of hours and I think covered darn near close to 1,000 miles with these V12 prototype engines, and we've been blown away thus far. You know, first thing that I picked up on was just how quiet the engines are. You know, being a 600 horse engine, you know, it is the quietest engine I've heard, and we've been very impressed thus far.
So you've known about these engines for how long?
Just about 2 years. About 2 years. So we've been, you know, had a great partnership with Mercury, and we were brought out to actually to Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, a couple years ago, and they actually we didn't know what we were in for, but they actually showed us the engine being tested at Lake X.
Wow.
A single engine. So they've had quite a bit of time with these engines, so I'd say they're pretty tried and true.
So I didn't know anything about it. We're gonna have a private conversation out of this. 2 years, loose lips, sink ships, guys.
That's right.
All right, so look, let's talk about this brand new 46 Valhalla. So, wow, first of all, I'm in here. It looks super spacious. What are we looking at as far as beam and stuff like that on this particular boat?
Well, I'm glad you brought up the beam because that's the first thing that a lot of people have picked up on. At 13.4, we're a super beamy boat here, especially compared to our competition, and still exceeding customers' expectations when it comes to speed. With the V12 600s, about 4,500 RPM, You're just under 50 miles an hour, getting about 0.6 miles per gallon with quad, so that's pretty impressive, and also burning about 80 gallons an hour. So, and that puts us about a little over 400-mile range.
So did you guys design this for, like, you know, a diehard fisherman? I see, I mean, look at these live wells. I mean, this, I mean, what kind of buyer is interested? Because we're gonna walk this entire boat right now, guys. Actually, you know what? Let's walk it. Let's shut those engines off, even though they're very quiet, just so we can go ahead and do a thorough walkthrough of this. Guys, you barely hear them. You guys hear that? That's insane. So, first things first, we just jumped in the boat. I see there's a huge dive door here on the side of the boat. So tell me a little bit about when you come in, some of the amenities and things that you want to go ahead and focus on so people can see. I see that there's rod holders and cup holders everywhere.
Yep, we have 8 standard rod holders in our seat module, as well as 7 cup holders. Never can have enough cup holders on board, as you know. You know, we're really after our Viking owners and enthusiasts in that same market. One thing you'll see is it's a die-hard, hardcore fish boat, but at the same time we bring in a lot of creature comforts and family amenities, and I think it just creates a very versatile boat, you know, that lends well to resale value, and it's just been awesome. We've fortunately have close to 50 orders already.
Wow.
All retail sold boats.
Nice.
So the only problem we're running into is a little bit of availability thus far. So
well, you guys are not the only ones. And I'll tell you, I think you'll probably be in a better position if you already got your hands on these. I'm sure you can get your hands on other ones quicker than most.
Yes.
So tell me about all this rear seating here.
Yeah, so very similar to all the other Valhallas and bigger Vikings. We utilize a mezzanine seat. That's just been a very popular optional seat here on the V46. You know, not only does it have a lot of comfort, but there's tons of storage. For example, we have tons of Plano box storage in the backrest. You could even put you know, have a little bit of sea deck here and utilize this back side of this door as a rigging station. Tons of Plano storage, nice big tackle drawer, very versatile.
No, I wouldn't have thought that was there. The whole Viking just hit me, like fisherman, diehard, when you just took this off, because it's so nice over here, and then all of a sudden you just pulled it off. I didn't even think it was going to be there. Is there any storage under
Yep,
these?
Absolutely. Yep, we have optional refrigerated drink boxes here and storage, all coiled and foamed in. So very, very high quality finish as opposed to just a chill plate that could be damaged. As you see, we have, this is our upgraded upholstery. It's the Sunbrella Horizon material, and just about every Valhalla has been outfitted with it. Super high quality, and as you see, our friends at Costa Marine do an excellent job with the Bentley stitching, and very good partnership we have with them as well.
So let's go forward and see what's going on forward.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Wow. Let me tell you, this thing is super nice.
So moving forward, we have a little bit of tackle storage here. Also have very popular the Release Marine ladder back helm chairs.
So nice.
This first row is all on electric slides, so you can utilize the molded in footrest if need be. Also have we tried to utilize every little bit of storage here on this boat. Also have optional air conditioning at the helm, so those on the second row of seating also have the air conditioning capability. You know, being a center helm, we wanted to have 3 very spacious 19-inch release helm chairs, each with their own armrest. So very, very comfortable running to and from the fishing grounds or long trips, whether it's Bahamas or wherever.
Wow, this cockpit and helm here is just beautiful. Is that an actual glass over there?
Yes. Yep. This is a piece of Pro Curve glass, similar to what we use on the other Valhalla models, and it's the same vendor that we use on our Viking. So very high quality piece of glass. Also you utilize a fiberglass frame. Not only does it help, you know, for support, also lends to a very visible you know, bow.
So I'm assuming that something like this, 46 feet, is equipped with maybe a Seakeeper or some type of gyro system?
Yep. We offer the SK6 AC powered, and I think it's plenty for this boat. I think we're even seeing that these Seakeepers in these center consoles, we're seeing more, you know, more roll reduction even on the center consoles. So it's been a must-have for all of our owners.
So I see that there's a little bit of storage here on the hardtop, and this hardtop covers everybody, right? So everybody's out of the sun if they wanted to hide from it.
Absolutely. Yep. And similar to the big boats, we utilize the MyEpoch electric teaser reels. Really gives you a big boat feel when fishing on any of these Valhalla boats. It's pretty unique in this industry, and again, we tried to carry our heritage down from the big boats to the smaller boats as well.
So I definitely see that, and my question is, you know, some of these guys that are diehard sports fishermen and stuff like that, are you seeing some of them transition either, you know, from those Vikings down to maybe a Valhalla, knowing what you guys know as far as the history?
Well, the greatest thing is that a lot of our Viking owners are having both boats. So not only do they have a big boat, we have a lot of our owners in the, you know, 60 to 92 foot range that need a tender. So
this is their tender.
So this is their tender.
This is their tender, guys. I know, guys. A 46 foot tender with quad 600s. I love it.
Yep. So again, just, you know, as always with Viking, just a very clean helm here, and every device has a dedicated purpose. We have our 22-inch Garmin on centerline, 17-inch Garmin's outboard. We have our Bocatech switch panel with large backlit labels, and all of our lighting switches on the port side. All of our pumps are on the starboard side, so it's just a very functional, well thought out helm.
Well, you guys have a lot of history with, you know, it's that moment that you make a mistake because something is not where it's supposed to be and you lose a fish, and you're like, everybody goes crazy.
That's right.
And everybody blames the boat instead of everyone else. No one wants to take the blame. Whose fault was it? Was it Ricky? No, it wasn't Ricky. It was the boat.
So just a couple more notable options. Of course, you can pick a gel coat color for the underside of the hardtop. Most choose to match the underside of the hardtop with the hull color, but of course you can get creative and pick any sort of color. And then I'd be mistaken not to even just show one of these small little items, even for our shorter operators, just to be able to stand here on this non-skidded step platform and just have increased visibility. But one of the major objectives in the design process is to make sure that you never lose sight of the horizon on our center consoles. As you'll see, very low profile helm, and this boat wants to just get up and go.
All right, so if someone's sitting back here in the rear seat, I did feel air conditioning on the front, and they also have an option, and I'm also feeling cold air here. So you guys have everything covered, and I'm assuming if somebody wanted to put some glass, isinglass on this, they couldn't close it off if they wanted to.
Yeah, we've had a couple owners already spec out some isinglass and wings, whether they wanted to follow to have a track on the underside of the hardtop. You could also connect out to the coaming and have either half wings or also full wings down to the deck. So our friends over at Costa Marine just do a fabulous job.
Well, let's go forward. Let's take a look at the bow, and I see. But you know what? Before we go over there, what do we got here as far as storage here, Justin?
Yeah,
what
so
is
we
this?
have a port and starboard glove box here. You know, similar to the smaller boats. We have our VHF mic down below, which is nice. Not having any cords flop around up top. Also have some storage down below.
Nice.
Access to your waste discharge, also your freshwater inlet. And then here on the port side, nice big glove box here, which houses fire system, hooker seat chest, live well, variable speed controllers, your windlass control, and also our electric fuel selector valves.
I just noticed you guys have zip wake technology on this.
Yeah, no, the Zip Wakes have been a great addition to the Valhalla family. All boats are now outfitted with Zip Wake trim tab system. For those who don't know much about the Zip Wakes, it's an automatic interceptor system.
Beautiful.
You know, it's really lended well to our boats. And you have an automatic function as well as a manual override. So you know, you can control it just similar to the standard like the K-Plane, Lenco trim tab, Livorsi trim tab systems. But it's kind of just a newer age.
Are you guys typically just leaving it in auto and let it do its work, or do you guys do it on your own?
You know, on this model, we really don't need much trim tab. This boat wants to just get up and go, and is very efficient. So we found on the 46, we haven't really had to use much tab, and when we do though, in a strong head sea, it's done a great job.
All right, guys, we're gonna go forward. Let's take a look at what we got going forward here on the 46 Valhalla.
So again, a little bit of storage here, whether it be fire extinguishers, any sort of tackle. Also have some dedicated rod storage. Also can have nice mounted you know, mounts for whether it's chamois mops, brush mops. Here's a dedicated spot on the port side. We actually have our dive ladder, telescoping derelict dive ladder that fits right in at our dive door. Moving forward, just again a very, very clean area. Another notable standard feature would be our bow rail here that is recessed.
Love that.
Yep. No exposed fasteners, all through bolted and welded together. So just another little detail that we go the extra mile.
And here you got a huge area that you can walk on if you had to, if you wanted to actually fish off of that as well.
Yep.
And it's also got the non-skin as well.
Yes, yes. And then we also have our molded in tow rail with an optional faux teeth finish. As you'll see on the bigger boats and the Valhalla lineup, that's been a Viking signature look. So we've carried that down to our center console line as well.
So give me an example. Somebody's on a 46 Valhalla right now. There's a fish frenzy going on. How would they fish here along the bow? what you guys think of, or what did some of your customers ask you when you were designing this boat?
Absolutely. As many of you know, when center console sail fishing, bill fishing, a lot of guys primarily like to chase down the fish, you know, with an angler at the bow. So your leaderman can just be right up here at this anchor locker step up to be able to wire a fish and even fight a fish from up here. So that's been, you know, well received so far.
I see you have a huge anchor locker up here and some more storage.
Have some more additional storage here, whether it's a secondary anchor or even just some fender storage.
That's very deep as well. And there's JO audio system everywhere along the boat.
Yep. All factory installed packages. If any of our owners would like to go above and beyond, then our Viking subsidiary Atlantic Marine Electronics could outfit the boat, whether it be DirecTV, satellite phone capabilities. You know, we offer the Garmin and Simrad standard packages, but again, it's a very semi-custom boat, and you know, I think a lot of owners have been impressed with the flexibility that we have, and just really want them to have a great experience.
The windlass option on this?
Yes, of course.
Can we open that locker? Because this locker looks huge. I definitely want to show that.
Yep, so plenty of access to your anchor chain and rode. You have your windlass controller here. Also standard freshwater inlet here at the bow. So, you know, even like the big boats, we start washing the boat once the boat hits the inlet. So as long as your freshwater tank's filled up, you're cutting the cleaning time down in half.
So I see you got obviously some comforts and some stations here so people can just lay out and be comfortable.
Of course, yep. Standard would be these two forward bench seats here. And as you see, we have the upgraded release ladder back chairs here even at the bow. So again, just picks up on a big sport fish look. We also do have an optional live well here. Forward live well. So again, just being able to have a pitch well up here, chasing bait showers and everything. You know, just having as many live wells.
So the ballyhoo, the ballyhoo can't hang out with the pilchards, you know. And obviously a nice seating area. Obviously, give you guys a nice view. I see that it's very nice here. You got also a cup holder, and I guess you have some visibility here in the cabin, which I'm sure is going to be pretty spacious because it looks huge from here. Yeah, so we really wanted to have a comfortable seat up here when cruising. As you see, we kind of have a little bit of a wedged cushion there, so you really feel locked in when underway and up on plane. Have some optional armrests here, really lock you in. And again, you picked up on the Bomar hatch here on centerline. That allows us to have an additional natural sunlight, give you a little bit more of a spacious feeling, and then even whether it's in the Bahamas, Sandbar, wherever, you could always open up that Bomar hatch to have some natural air that comes through the cabin. I see you got also some lights up here as well. Yep. So we have standard Lumitech overhead lights, and then also, as you see up there, we have the Lumitech Razor light bars. So this customer opted to paint them black, and then also went with the black antenna package. So again, really leave it up to our owners to really put their personalization to each boat. Right here, you see that windshield, how beautiful it is right here, guys. And you still have a lot more coverage with that hardtop. I think we got to give them what they want, which is the cabin. Absolutely. You know, this is the part of the video that the person says, honey, come over here. They don't care about any because they know this is what's going to sell the boat. Absolutely. So guys, if you walk aft, I'll take you right down the cabin. All right, and I see that we also have a little bit more storage down here as well, right where you're stepping. Yep, another in-deck box. Another notable thing to touch on would be all boxes again are insulated, and each box, including the forward hatch, all are plumbed to its own whale gulper pump. So there's, you know, direct overboard, essentially a macerator, to just keep any blood out of the bilge. So walking down into the cabin, right away you can feel how that air conditioning in here feels good on a nice spring day. I'm feeling it come out, but I'm gonna have to get in there. Okay, so before I do get in there, let's talk about what they're seeing here now. So tell me what we got going on here. Yeah, we wanted to have great accessibility right to your key switches here and your AC and DC distribution panel. Also access right to your Fisher Panda generator control. And then even down below, very spacious dinette that can be, you know, has a high-low table, walnut table, very similar. You'll see this identical style table, very lightweight. Of course, boat building's all about weight and trying to save as much as possible to squeak as much speed out. So this converts to a high-low table. You see there's even a cushion that's back there, and can, you know, turn into a nice about 8-foot berth. I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel the air conditioner. All right, so let me jump in there because I want to make sure we show the separate head, right? So I'm assuming that behind that door is a head. Wow, guys. Listen, the AC in here and very spacious in here. So if you wanted to have, you know, maybe a nap or just spend the night somewhere while you're doing your amazing fishing outings or whatever you guys are doing. You know, great for overnight capabilities, and then we've seen a lot of owners just want to move up, whether it be a 41 or 37, even a 33 into a 46, just to have the generator, air conditioning, whether it's for the kids, the grandkids, even a dog. You know, so it's just been very, very well received. You guys got marble? Is that onyx? It's a Corian top here. Look at this. Of course, cooktop, microwave, and refrigeration. And what do you have down here? So this would be refrigeration here. Moving aft. Wet head here. Another Corian top. Natural light. So yeah, this thing is huge, and since it's completely separated from the cabin, Absolutely awesome. And I'm assuming that's access to your whole panel?
Yes, and this has been
This is
very,
huge.
very unique in this industry.
Huge.
Wanted to carry over that big boat feel. Serviceability is one of the main design points that we go for in the design process, and I think you'll enjoy this.
What? No, hold on, I can't give them this. What? So if you want, you can be with the air conditioning in here working on whatever you need to work on. You know what? That's it, guys. Whoever's gonna be working these boats, you're gonna go ahead and get paid 20% less because you're gonna be too comfortable.
Yep, unlike others, always keeping, whether it's mechanics and our service guys in mind.
That's
and of
awesome.
course, even our owners and captains.
You know what though, Justin, believe it or not, and I'm sure you guys deal with that all the time, and the people who work on these, on any type of boat, not many people can do what they do. So the fact that they know that a boat is going to be easier to work on and more comfortable to do the job, the more likelihood that they're going to say yes when you need them the most.
Absolutely.
You know that because when all of a sudden you hear one of these boats that are on mission, you're like, babe, tell them in Jamaica quick.
So I mean, yeah, you picked up on it. I mean, you have your generator again, a 9 kW Fisher Panda generator at 80% load. Our projections were about 45 plus hours of continuous run time. So plenty of time running across the Bahamas or wherever you need to be. 33-gallon diesel tank.
And generator on here as well.
Yes, yep, the Fisher Panda generator.
How many watts?
It's a 8.5 kW continuous load, and at max output it's 9 kW.
So it can run off of your batteries, and then you want to kick it on whenever you're stopped somewhere?
Right off of our diesel tank.
Nice.
Yep, and you see that right on center line.
Yeah.
And as you see, even your battery rack, hot access to your hot water heater, valve thruster reset, freshwater manifold. So really just, again, kept all the serviceability in mind. As everybody knows with boats, it's, you really need great access to everything, and I think we provided it on this model.
So here's the sink, guys, that we didn't show you guys. I want you guys to see that. And also this is what a door also, it gives you access to store your stuff.
Yep, just a little bit of storage also, and then you can take out this panel, access some of your ductwork as well.
Anything under here where you're stepping on?
There's a little bit of, there's a, let's see, a sump box here. Okay. And then also access to your bilge. Even down below here, you also have access to your transducer.
Oh, okay, so now we're getting even deeper in here. That's good. So you guys have easy access, and I'll tell you what, that's always nice that you know, some people think just because the boat's brand new or all that stuff that problems don't happen. Problems happen on any boat. It's just the nature of being out on the water. So, all right, so guys, let's go ahead and finish up the walkthrough because I want to ask a couple other spec questions. Obviously, absolutely beautiful. So, now everybody knows what we got. We already showed the entire boat. Let's get over here real quick because I want to end this with those beautiful 600 Mercury engines that we started the video with. So somebody's in the market for maybe a 40 to 45 foot center console. They're saying, hey, I seen Alfred's channel. Alfred shows all types of boats. We know he's unbiased, but I like this boat that he did this walkthrough with so-and-so. What would you tell the people who are in the market for this particular boat? What would you tell them that's gonna make them come over the top to buy this particular model?
I would say just the layout functionability of our boat. You know, everything, the boat is actually designed and engineered around both the 450 racing engines by Mercury and also the 600, new 600 Mercs. So, you know, the boat sits exactly how we've engineered and designed for it. In addition, with a Palm Beach Towers Marlin Tower or even a Gap Tower, the boat and the waterline is going to be, you know, optimal and ideal. So again, just all the new age equipment, all the weight is just very distributed throughout the boat. And I just think, you know, between these new 600s, one thing that we've been very impressed with, you know, having that rotating gear case allows the engines to have an additional 15 degrees of essentially rudder angle.
Nice.
And what that allows is even into a turn, we're seeing turns at 60 miles an hour, and you know, it's just it's been great. Also lends well to our the joystick function. So when utilizing that joystick, I mean, the boat just turns on a dime.
What are we looking at? The way this boat is spec'd out, what are we looking at as far as pricing?
At retail, we're just over 1.6.
Just over a 1.6 at retail. Now, what is the build time for something like this? Because, you know, right now everybody's having an issue with what's happened in the economy and the pandemic and all that crazy stuff. What are you looking at as far as somebody says, hey, listen, I'm ready to pull the trigger. How long can you get me a boat, Justin? Boom.
So we're, you know, coming up on April in the spring of 21. We're now looking out to end of April. You know, we'll see how the show works out and some additional deals that might come together, but we're looking at May, late April, early May of 2023.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's been an amazing walkthrough. Anything else you want to tell them about other than we can walk all? Look, we got over here with Justin. We can walk every other Valhalla. How many Vikings do you guys got here?
We have plenty. This is more so of a regional show so far, but we've had you know, our great dealers HMY, Galati have a great presence here. We have our 68 demo, our 54 demo here at the Palm Beach Boat Show, and you know, one thing I'd like to say is just you know, come see us. We're really a family-oriented company, family-owned and operated. Treat all of our customers and owners like family. We're even coming up on our Viking Key West Challenge here. That'll be the first week of April. That's a great tournament, you know, that our owners come to. Again, it's just a very family. Well, I have a family. If you guys need someone to record, you let me know. Sounds good.
All right, guys. The fist bump, soon to be the handshake, is coming back. I guess the next thing we got to try to do over here with the guys from Valhalla is maybe do a sea trial on this beautiful 46. Where is it going after this?
So it's going to stay in the Palm Beach area. This one, of course, hull number 2 is spoken for. So you'll see the V12 600s around the Palm Beach area.
Right before we go, let's start it up one last time. I want to get back there. Just start it up real quick, guys. I want you guys to see the startup again over here. Let me get a little closer.